Infrastructure projects can span multiple organizations and phases, and GIS supports that journey, from planning and design through to operations and delivery. Our next tech talk looks at GeoBIM and how integrating GIS and building information modeling helps improve coordination and decision-making across infrastructure projects. I'm trying to press this button. Please welcome to the stage Cansu Gunaydin and Caemnat Moore.
So, before we dive into the demo, let's first discuss the two worlds that we're bringing together. So, GIS tells us where things are and what's happening around them. BIM focuses on designing and managing buildings using 3D models. These worlds work in parallel, but are often disconnected. So, Esri and Autodesk are changing this with their partnership. A key outcome of this is ArcGIS GeoBIM. It connects the ArcGIS platform to Autodesk Forma, formerly called ACC. So as we know, BIM is growing as a standard requirement across public sector construction. However, BIM projects are facing struggles such as disconnected workflows, communication gaps, and that lack of real-world understanding. This leads to delays, risks, and higher costs. So GeoBIM solves this. It grounds the BIM data, the Revit models, the IFCs, the CAD drawings within their real surroundings. So with that, Cansu and I will now move into our demo.
Thanks, Caemnat. In this demo, we'll explore how ArcGIS GeoBIM is a connected data environment, showing BIM with geospatial context, using data kindly provided by Dublin Airport Authority and Murphy Geospatial. So let us begin. Right now, I'm looking at Autodesk Forma, and here is a detailed Revit model of Dublin Airport. As you can see, there is no environmental context. Now, I'll switch to ArcGIS GeoBIM, which connects BIM and GIS within a single application, and we are seeing the same model placed in its real geographic location, with a base map and 3D scene layers. To show this connection, I'll zoom to Pier 1, and as I select the element on the model, its information appears in the Link Explorer, and when I click Play button, the Document Explorer opens on the right side. So this takes us directly to a related design model stored in Autodesk Forma. There is no file conversion here. This is the direct access to Autodesk content via cloud-to-cloud connection. As you can see here, Explorer zoomed to the element that I selected on the map.
Cansu has shown us that their files are not being duplicated. You're not downloading any data. This already saves time and avoids any data issues. So GIS brings further context, allowing us to layer information and better understand what is happening around the design.
Here, I can add reference layers that are important for different project teams to be aware of. Here is the surrounding electric, water, and gas network around the Dublin Airport site.
So with this further context, we're able to spot risks much earlier in project stages, whether that's during the design, the construction, operation, or even during management. As Michael mentioned this morning, the North Apron has an exciting new planned expansion. So let's explore this using the tools available in GeoBIM.
One of the key tools I want to highlight in GeoBIM is the Building Explorer. It simplifies complex BIM model by floors, disciplines, and project phases. So for the North Apron expansion, we can easily move from the existing condition to the demolition phase. And finally, we can see our proposal model on our web scene. I can also use other analysis tools, such as Shadowcast. These tools displays areas that receive shadows for more than a specific amount of time. This helps users to analyze the impact of sunlight and optimize building placement.
So understanding these impacts early saves time and money, especially with new proposed developments. Now, let's move on to Scene Viewer, which is also found on the ArcGIS platform.
Here in ArcGIS SceneViewer, we are still using the same model, connected BIM and GIS data. SceneViewer helps us understand how the proposal interact with planning policies, environmental constraints, and nearby infrastructure. Now that we understand the BIM model, we can add reference layers from Fingal County Council to see the proposal in its wider context. First, I turn on the MetroLink layer to show how the North Apron expansion relates to the proposed route. Next, I turn on the noise counters to see how the project sits within existing noise zones. We can also do further analysis, such as visibility analysis. I can add the analysis here. As I select a point on the model, we can see which areas are visible from that location. Green areas are visible, and red areas are not visible. I can also add line of sight analysis. Let's say we want to install a security camera. I can select a point on the model and pick a second point anywhere in the airport to see whether that camera has a clear view of that area. Lastly, we can use Google Photorealistic Base Map to add further context to our web scene.
So combining these data and tools together, this really helps decision making. A different use for the line of sight could possibly be in telecoms, for checking to see if a new tower will have a clear signal path or if possibly a building or a hill is in its way. This can really aid the planning process and as well as the design.
Now, let's return to ArcGIS GeoBIM. In the application section of the GeoBIM, we can create different apps for different roles, such as dashboards for managers, or read-only viewers for stakeholders, or simple views for field workers.
So in regards to the field workers viewer, GeoBIM integrates with field maps, and this was demoed in the previous tech talk by Kate and Dara. A design issue can be identified in the office and assigned and updated on site, or an issue can be captured out in the field itself. This syncs straight back from field maps, back to GeoBIM, and onto Autodesk format, keeping all project teams aligned.
Let's take a look at the application setup for management. This dashboard shows issues have been captured in the field or in the office. We can quickly see the status of the issues, their types, and how they relate to the BIM model. This helps project managers stay up to date on the current and historical issues. Here is the example of an issue that have been reported from the field, and it's a broken step at exit of this building. So this is a safety concern, and construction is required.
So field workers can attach photos directly to issues, and we can see this in the image of the broken step in pop-ups at Dublin Airport. So this gives office teams clear and reliable context. Instead of information being scattered across emails or through chats, it is all captured in one place and in real time. Teams can still, however, work in their own systems, whether that is preferred to be field maps, GeoBIM, or Autodesk, while all staying connected. Here, the issue that was captured in field maps and we saw in GeoBIM, we are now seeing it in Autodesk with its related Revit model. So far, we've seen how GIS and BIM connect together. Next, we will step inside this data in a more immersive way with this recording of another ArcGIS product.
Right now, we are seeing ArcGIS XR Viewer, currently in beta, and still using the same web scene, not creating anything new here. Instead of looking at maps or drawings in our office, we can stand inside the building model and the environment and experience the space at human scale. We can use the desktop version, as you see here, or join the same immersive meeting in a VR headset with project team members and explore the data together while enjoying our morning coffee.
So this is an effective method to check space and alignment and even potential issues that are in the building models.
We can add weather effects or adjust the time to see realistic lighting and shadows.
It feels all very realistic. You're experiencing a proposed model at human scale without even having to leave your office or hop on the M50.
So let's return back to Mansion House.
Okay, I guess this concludes our tech talk. We have seen GIS and BIM together solve a lot of problems we face every day, whether that is disconnected workflows, unclear information, or the classic site versus office misunderstandings. So Cansu and I will leave you with one final sentence. The integration of GIS and BIM with GeoBIM enables well-informed decision in less time and at a lower cost. Thank you.
Thank you.